In 1897, in the rural community of Greenbrier County, West Virginia, a young woman named Zona Heaster fell mysteriously ill. Zona, just 19 years old, lived with her mother and had recently married Edward Booth. Suddenly, Zona became weak and sickly, complaining of severe pain. Her husband and family assumed it was a natural illness. After a short period, Zona died. Her death was initially ruled natural causes by the local doctor, who cited spinal problems or internal issues. Edward Booth, as her widower, inherited her property and possessions, and life in the Appalachian countryside seemed to resume its quiet pace. But the story took a strange turn. Zona's mother, Mrs. Heaster, began reporting visions of her deceased daughter. In these apparitions, Zona claimed she had not died of natural causes. She had been murdered by her husband. According to Mrs. Heaster, the spirit described in detail how Edward had beaten Zona to death, and even gave information about the weapon and the method. At first, authorities and townspeople were skeptical. Ghost stories were common in the Appalachian region, and many dismissed the claims as grief-stricken imagination. However, Mrs. Heaster's insistence and the specificity of the details convinced local law enforcement to investigate further. The authorities exhumed Zona's body. Forensic examination revealed shocking evidence. Her skull and spine showed trauma consistent with blunt force injury. The injuries matched the description her mother had reported from the spirit's messages. In short, the ghost's account was accurate. Edward Booth was arrested and put on trial. During the proceedings, the judge allowed testimony about Zona's ghostly revelations, which was highly unusual for any court of law. Witnesses, including Mrs. Heaster, recounted the apparitions and the warnings she had received. Ultimately, Edward Booth was convicted of murder and sentenced to life in prison. The case of the Greenbrier ghost is historically significant for several reasons. It remains the only known case in U.S. history where a ghost reportedly influenced a conviction. It also highlights the deep-rooted Appalachian culture, where folklore, superstition, and practical investigation sometimes intersected. Over time, the story of Zona Heaster has been retold in books, documentaries, and local lore. The Greenbrier ghost represents a unique blend of true crime and supernatural folklore, showing how even in the 19th century, the Appalachian Mountains held both mystery and justice. This chilling tale reminds us that sometimes the truth comes from the most unexpected sources, and that the Appalachian forests and mountains still hold secrets that continue to captivate and terrify. Subscribe for more real documented stories like this.